Alright, so I just arrived here at this location, and you can see the bees are coming in right here. Pretty good traffic. So, interestingly, I've already removed bees a couple of times here, and I gotta say it again. I told the customer, and this happens often, they didn't put you know, the rollout type insulation in here to cover all these voids. So I'm gonna unscrew where I've already cut into. As you can see, that hasn't been fully repaired, so I can just unscrew it. But I suspect the bees are gonna be over on that side. I'm hoping I don't have to cut anymore, but about to find out. Alright, so I removed these two boards from the original cutout. And the bees are not right here. They are back there. And they're really not reachable. If they were a swarm that just arrived with no comb, I could possibly vacuum them out of there. But there's comb that needs to be cut out. My arms just aren't that long, so I'm probably going to have to cut out another board over there. You know, see where they're going in and out over there. There we go. So it's this far away. Alright, I finally, with my multi-tool, have this piece removed. Again, there's the original area from last year, the year before, where they had a colony. So this is pretty massive. You know, they hadn't even really started building that much comb yet. They haven't been here long. So that's a pretty big set of bees right there. But now I have pretty easy access, and they're pretty much trapped in between these beams, you know. So they can't really run anywhere. I mean, if they run, they're gonna run right there or right there in that corner. So I have them pretty much confined. I better honeybee gone in that little crack right there in case they try to run in there. But that's about it. They are pretty much cordoned off between the joists and both ends. So this ought to be a slam dunk. I'm gonna start vacuuming bees now because, as you can see, I can't even cut out comb at this point. It's too covered. And the comb's going to be very fragile, I can tell you that. So even saving this comb's going to be iffy, but I'll do what I can. Okay, so I've vacuumed quite a bit of these bees. Look at that gorgeous comb in there. It's going to be hard to salvage because it's so new and fragile. Back there is a little bit more durable, you can tell, toward their entrance. But all of this is extremely flimsy. And here's another factor going on with this. They have a queen cell hanging down right here. So let's see if I can move them out of the way. See that? I'm trying to not damage it as I vacuum. I'm keeping aware of it. But so I don't know yet if they're queenless, or if they're just raising another queen so they can swarm because it's that time of year, or if it's a super seizure. That's yet to be determined. But I can't tell if there's any eggs in all that comb yet because I just can't get that good of an angle. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Look, you can tell a hive was here previously, and this is not one I cut out on this end. This is one that was probably years ago. You can see those trails up on the ceiling or floor of the balcony, whatever you want to call it. Alright, I'm going to vacuum a few more, and then I'm going to start trying to gently remove this comb out of here. And I'm putting these in a Langstroth 10 frame deep today. Alright, there's the first big comb that I cut out, and this is very tough to manipulate because it's so soft. But look at all this brood. Young larvae, and I believe there's eggs in there. I haven't studied it. I'm just trying to get it under, you know, all this done before this brood is exposed for too long. So I need to quit blabbing and get with it. But now that I've got that initial comb cut out, it'll be easier. See that? That was really tough to get that out of there without tearing it up, especially. So there's the next one. And they are being very, very gentle, by the way. Alright, so I've cut all that comb out right there. You see the new trails versus the old trails. And I'm about to cut that comb out and then start getting that's left back in that area. Alright, so I've already switched out the vacuum buckets, and here's the first one full of bees. And there's the comb I've cut out. I need to rush on this so I can get the bees in there and so they can cover the comb. So I'm hurrying up. Okay, I pulled a piece of comb out from deep and got the queen. She was walking around on it. That's assuming this is the only queen, you know. Because I've seen quite a few queen cells in this hive. And I think these are swarm cells. They probably were thinking they were running out of room, you know, up front where their entrance was. So I may put these queen cells to use when I get home. I'll probably, actually I have a 5 frame nuke. I'm just gonna, I'll figure something out. I can do a split on the spot, so to speak. Alright, I'm almost done cutting all the comb out, and then I'm gonna do the reunited section. Let's see, here's what's left. Look at that pile of bees back there. I'm gonna vacuum out of there. And just essentially just those 2 combs right there is what's left, and I'll vacuum. Then I'll smoke, and then I'll honeybee gone, and then reunited for those keeping track on their scorecard at home. Alright folks, now it's time for the reunited section of the program. Queens in the hive, clipped in, reunited, and it feels so good. By the way, I already sprayed Honeybee gone up into the area up there, so they have no reason or motivation to go up there and stay. They'll come back down. Reunited and it's understood. Oh yeah, get in there and cover that comb. Oh, we can't land. There's honeybee gone sprayed all over your entrance and in here. Oh, look at that. No bees. Oh, look at that. Where do we go? Where do we go? Right here. That's where you go. All right, let me move this over here closer. Smell that queen. Ah, the aroma of that queen in a clip. Ah, yeah. Looks like chaos, but it's under control. Looks like chaos, but it's under control. I'll be back this evening, and when I begin to roll. Yeah, it looks like chaos, but it's under control. Alright, I know I was getting a little celebratory earlier, but I'm not going to apologize for that. So see them coming back to this entrance, and they don't want to land, they don't want to go in. It's honeybee gone off. All this up here is honeybee gone off. There we go. So it's a matter of coming back this evening and picking up the crew. And I'm actually going to take this 5-frame nuke home that has extra comb and queen cells, and I'm going to merge them immediately with a hive at home right now that needs a little bit of help. So I got to get out of here and do that before this expires. Okay. Look at some of them marching into the hive. Go, 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 go. Cover that brood. I don't think so. All right, I'm going home for lunch and coming back later. All right, I'm back the next evening to pick them up. They've gathered themselves pretty good. And I'm waiting till nightfall. In the meantime, let's see what's going on here. I think there's a few stragglers in there. I just smoked and honeybee gone them, but it's just a few stragglers. It was probably nurse bees that couldn't fly or something. But essentially, everything's out of there. So I'm gonna take them home tonight and open them up, and I'll check their general health tomorrow to make sure they cleaned up the comb okay, and hive beetles aren't taking them over or anything like that. So, alright, we'll see what happens. I have these bees home now, and I'm going to open them up and check out their general health and release the queen and all that kind of stuff. And then I'm actually going to switch out hive bodies too, because I guarantee you they've had some comb to clean up, and they deserve a clean and death-free floor home. So, alright. By the way, that's the mobile home bees I cut out, what it was, a couple of weeks ago. They are just on fire. And I'll give an update soon on the aquarium hive. That's coming along really well, by the way. Alright, so they're cleaning this comb up, or they've cleaned it up really well. You know, there's not hive beetles teeming in the comb and all that kind of stuff. And I took a gamble right now with that because it's springtime, very early spring. And the hive beetles really haven't proliferated yet. During the midsummer here in the south, if you keep a lot of this comb, you're asking for a lot of trouble. And I know this is drone comb, but guess what? I need drones to raise queens right now. So I kept this drone comb. I know some commercial beekeepers would be disgusted with that, but it was only, you know, like one comb that I've kept. But anyway, I'm placing all of these in a new hive body. I love drones, by the way. I don't believe in all that varroa mess. You know, I don't even have varroa problems. All the bees down here, all the feral bees have worked through that varroa mess, it seems like. The only problems I have is hive beetles. But let me continue to get these out of here, and they look very healthy. And I'm going to release the queen, and I'll video that too. Look how healthy that brood is. So, and they're building at the top up there. And they're going to repair all that, connect it. So they ended up covering this comb very, very well. There's the queen. I'll release her in a second. That's what's left. Alright, so I've transferred all the comb and bees over to this new hive, and I'm about to release the queen. I'm going to add a super later, but right now I think they need to concentrate on the comb they have and the space they have and repair all this. In the next day or so, I'm going to add a super on top. So, all of you saying that I need more room, yes I do. But not too fast though. There she is. She went in there fast. Good deal. Now I need the lid. No bees on the sides, so I'm just going to slam it on. There we go. Alright, y'all, I appreciate watching. Appreciate you watching. And we'll check back on some of my other stuff here real soon, especially that aquarium hive.